Levi 3. And when I was going to my father, I found a brazen shield, wherefore also the name of the mountain of Aspris, which is near Gibal, to the south of Abila. And I kept these words in my heart. And after this I was counseled by my father and Reuben, my brother, to bid the sons of Hamor not to be circumcised, for I was zealous because of the abomination which they had wrought on my sister. And I slew Shechem first, and Simeon slew Hamor. And after this my brothers came and smote that city with the edge of the sword. And my father heard these things, and was wroth, and he was grieved in that he had received, and in it they had received circumcision, and after that had been put to death. And in his blessings he looked amiss upon us, for we sinned because we had done this thing against his will, and he was sick on that day. But I saw that the sentence of Elohim was for the evil against Shechem, for they sought to do to Sarah and Rebekah what they had done to my sister Dinah. But Yahuwah prevented them. And they persecuted Abram our father when he was a stranger, and they vexed his flocks when they were big. And Eblean, who was born in his house, they most shamefully handled. And thus they did to all strangers, taking away their wives by force, and they banished them. But the wrath of Yah came upon them to the uttermost. And I said to my father Jacob, by thee will Yahuwah despoil the Canaanites, and will give their land to thee and thy seed after thee. For from this day forward shall Shechem be called the city of imbeciles. For as a man mocketh a fool, so did we mock them. Because also they had wrought folly against Israel by defiling my sister. And we departed and came to Bethel. And there again I saw a vision as the former, after we sent there 70 days. And I saw 7 men in white raiment, saying unto me, Arise, put on a robe of priesthood, and a crown of righteousness, and a breastplate of understanding, and a garment of truth, and a lake of faith, and a turban on the head, and the ephod of prophecy. And they severally carried these things, and put them on me, and said unto me, From henceforth become a priest of Yahuwah, thou and thy seed forever. And the first anointed me with holy oil, and gave to me a staff of judgment. And the second washed me with pure water, and fed me with bread and wine, even the most holy things, and clad me with a holy, glorious robe. And the third clothed me with a linen vestment like an ephod. And the fourth put around me a girdle like unto purple. And the fifth gave me a branch of rich olive. And the sixth placed a crown on my head. And the seventh placed on my head a diadem of priesthood, and filled my hands with incense, that I might serve as a priest to Yahuwah. And they said to me, Levi, thy seed shall be divided into 3 offices, for a sign of the glory of Yahuwah who is to come. And the first portion shall be great, yea, greater than it shall none be. The second shall be in the priesthood. The third shall be called by a new name, because a king shall arise in Judah, and shall establish a new priesthood after the fashion of the Gentiles. And his presence is beloved as a prophet of the Most High, and a seed of Abraham our father. Therefore every desirable thing in Israel shall be for thee and for thy seed, and ye shall eat everything fair to look upon, and the table of Yahuwah shall be thy seed a portion. And some of them shall be high priests, and judges, and scribes, for by their mouth shall the holy place be guarded. And when I awoke, I understood that this dream was like the first dream, and I hid this also in my heart, and told it not to any man upon the earth. And after 2 days I and Judah went up to our father Jacob, and Isaac our father's father. And our father's fathers blessed me according to all the words of the vision which I had seen. And he would not come with us to Bethel. And when we came to Bethel, my father saw in a vision concerning me that I should be a priest unto Elohim. And he rose up early in the morning, and paid tithes unto Yah through me, and so came to Hebron to dwell there. And Isaac called me continually to put me in remembrance of the law of Yahuwah, even as the angel messenger of Yah showed unto me. And he taught me the law of the priesthood, of sacrificing whole burnt offering, first fruits, free will offering, peace offering, and each day he was instructing me, and he was busied on my behalf before Yahuwah, and said to me, beware of the spirits of fornication, for this shall continue, and shall by thy seed pollute the holy place. Take therefore to thyself a wife without blemish or pollution, while yet thou art young, and not in the race of strange nations. And before entering into the holy place, bathe, and when thou offerest the sacrifice, wash, and again, when thou finish the sacrifice, wash. Of the 12 trees having leaves, offer to Yahuwah, as Abram taught me also. And of every clean beast and the bird offer a sacrifice unto Yahuwah. And of all thy first fruits and of thy wine offer the first as a sacrifice to Yahuwah. And every sacrifice thou shalt salt with salt. Now therefore observe whatsoever I command you, children. For whatsoever things I have heard from my fathers I have declared unto you. And behold, I am clear from your ungodliness and transgression, which ye shall commit in the end of the ages against the Savior, acting godlessly, deceiving Israel, stirring up against a great evils from Yahuwah. And ye shall deal lawlessly together with Israel, so he shall not bear with Jerusalem because of your wickedness. But the veil of the temple shall be rent, so as not to cover your shame. And ye shall be scattered as captives among the Gentiles, and shall be for a reproach and for a curse there. For the house which Yahuwah shall choose shall be called Jerusalem, as it contained in the book of Enoch the righteous. Therefore, when I took a wife, I was 28 years old, and her name was Melchah, and she conceived and bore a son, and I called him Gershom, for we were sojourners in our land. And I saw concerning him that he would not be in first rank. And Kohath was born in the 35th year of my life toward sunrise, and I saw in a vision that he was standing high in the midst of all the congregations. Therefore I called his name Kohath, which is beginning of majesty and instruction. And she bore a third son to me in my 40th year of my life, and since his mother bore me with difficulty, I called him Miriah. That is bitterness, my bitterness, because he also was like to die. And Joshebed was born in Mizraim in my 64th year, for I was renowned then in the midst of my brethren. And Gershon took a wife, and she bore to him Lamnai and Shimei. And the sons of Kohath, Amram, Issachar, Hebron, and Zeliel. And the sons of Merari, Mulai, and Mouses. And in the 94th year, Abram took Jochebed, my daughter, to him to wife, for they born in one day, and he and my daughter. 8 years old when I went into the land of Canaan, 18 years when I slew Shechem, and at 19 years I became a priest, and at 28 years I took a wife, and at the 48th year I went into Mizraim. And behold, my children, ye are the third generation. In my 118th year, Joseph died,